Now, another concept that has some real counseling utility, and how do we actually use this with clients to engender insight and perhaps lead to behavior change, increase awareness, which we know is helpful, is the Karpman drama triangle. And so I just kind of want to focus on how we've actually used this with folks before. But the Karpman drama triangle is comprised of three components here: the persecutor, the victim, and the rescuer. And all of these are roles that we play. So actually in a group, we used to do this as kind of psychoeducation. And then after we would explain it, ask people to talk about times that they'd actually played these roles. Now, it's very important because you actually clearly can be a victim. But there's a difference between being victimized and playing the victim. Okay? And so what we want to do is kind of describe this, and we can play the victim sometimes to get help, perhaps at a time when we don't feel like we've got the internal resources to make some changes or to take care of ourselves. So we're kind of asking others to do that silently by playing the victim. Again, I want to remind, we can be victimized. People are victimized, but there's a difference between playing the role. We can play the role as a rescuer, and when we rescue folks, there's certainly times we need to help, absolutely. This is really tough for counselors, is making sure that what we're doing is empowering and not creating dependence. And when we play the role of the rescuer regularly, we're essentially silently giving the message to folks that they are incapable and that we've got to be there to help them. And that can be certainly disempowering to clients. With the persecutor, that probably comes from more of a sense of lack, or to where we don't feel like we're really worthwhile, so we seek out what is the mistakes of others and point those out. So each one of these, ultimately, when we're playing these roles, we're not in a genuine relationship. There's motive behind this, and we might not be consciously aware of it. But I found that doing this in group was very helpful in kind of maybe taking the blanket off of some of these games that we can play, and even when we're not even aware.